Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week, I have Joe.
Hey, man.
What up, dude?
Yo.
Yo.
Yow.
Yo. I just got a text message from a bike place because I want to get my bike tuned up for the biking season.
Yeah, it's happening. And that shit fills up.
Yeah, they texted me back and they said we could get you in May.
Damn.
It's
already too
March
late.
27th, and they're like, we got openings in like mid-May, and it just said like, are you still deciding? And I'm like, yeah, I think I want to support you guys because I like your bike shop, but so many other people do too, and that's the problem. It's the problem.
Do we just need more bike shops? Is there a Guitar Center of bike shops?
Eric's?
Eric's?
Is that? To me, that seems like the Guitar Center of bike shops.
It's like it's a big chain, but like they'll get your shit done.
Yeah, I just want to get it done. I just want like my brakes tightened and like a basic tune-up. I need something that would take somebody who really, really, really knows bikes.
Mm-hmm.
Like what, 45 minutes? You know, like in reality, like they would just be like, oh, I'll do this really quick. And I just want to make sure my bike's looking good because I got to start biking a bunch because I'm trying to do a big old bike trip.
Big old bike trip?
Yeah, did I not tell you about this?
I don't think so.
Me and our friend Mark, other people, if they wanted to,
okay,
could come too. But the plan is me and Mark at least.
Like listeners are invited if they want to.
Yeah, you guys want to do it? Let us know. But sometime in the predetermined future, not even sure when exactly, sometime in the summer when it's not too hot, so probably beginning or end of summer. We want to bike from Duluth back down to the cities.
Oh, cool.
In over 4 days. So like nothing like crazy, but still biking like 40 miles a day.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean that's a hike.
I think the harder part about it is like you're like, oh, I could bike 40 miles in a day because
you take breaks and stuff, and
biking 20 miles is like an hour and a half of biking. It's like really it's not that long. So it's really like 3-4 hours of biking a day. It's not that much, but then you got to do it again. Yeah. The next day after you're presumably sore. And stuff.
You'd have to be, you can, it's doable, but you'd have to like kind of condition up to it.
Yeah. So I gotta plan some kind of like big day. I gotta make sure I get big days in there. And I think honestly, I might try to do a thing. My family lives about 35 miles away from where I live. So I might be like, hey, can I spend the night at your place so I can bike out there and like have like a faux day of biking and then spend the night and then bike home again and maybe do that, kind of pick places and do that a couple times. So I got to get training. I'm going to be bike shredded. I'm also going to be doing this, listeners, on a single speed bike. And both of us will be.
It's a BMX. Actually.
Yeah. I'm going to be bunny hopping from Duluth to the Twin Cities.
Mark's going to be standing on your pegs.
Oh, yeah. It's only one bike, too. Yeah.
That's why he's not concerned about getting conditioned.
No, he's not concerned about being conditioned because he rides his bike 365 days a year constantly.
What would you estimate? I was thinking about the longest like bike day that I've done. And granted, like the biking that I've done more recently that's a long story. Years ago, maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We did like a bike tour where we started at like a taco spot in Uptown and then went down to whatchamacallit, that taco spot by Minnehaha Falls.
Okay.
And then went elsewhere, but then ended up in Northeast at some point. It was like a whole like taco tour.
Yeah. So like a lot of stops, but you also biked a bunch.
Yeah.
Kind of
like would that have been like 20 miles?
Maybe
not even.
It's weird. Like sometimes you think I must have been like, I biked forever, you know, and it's only like 20 miles. I mean, I've had like a 50-mile day. Rarely type thing, but that's like, yeah, you're really going somewhere and then you hang out for a while and then you come back and do stuff or whatever. So I've had 30, 40, 50 mile days here and there. I've never had 40
consecutive
like 4 40-mile days.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 160 miles ish.
Mm-hmm.
So like a day is going to be 35 45 30 like 40 40 kind of thing.
Yeah.
However it mans, because we're gonna try to hit up like hotels, I think.
Yeah.
And because it'd be fun to camp.
Yeah.
But also
then you gotta carry
all that shit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, well, can we just have a bag
Backpacks,
on the side? Not even backpacks. I'd rather have as little on my person as possible.
Yeah.
So like a fender with maybe a side saddle bag or something
Uh-huh.
like that. So we'll see what happens.
Huh.
All these weird things that I'm like, oh shit, I have to prepare for this. Like probably, like have extra inner tubes and random stuff. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, we might
Yeah,
pop
gear.
tires. We got good good tires and shit
Uh-huh.
that like don't pop. I haven't in honestly probably 15 years of city biking.
Mm-hmm.
I have not popped a tire because like I got it popped by like a nail or glass or something like that. It's always been like my tire was too low
Mm-hmm.
and it got like a pinch flat because I should have like put air in my tires kind of thing. So I'm not as worried about getting like a rando flat as long as we put air in the tires.
I think I'm remembering now that towards the end of that taco trip, I like zipped past you, like going under like an underpass.
Oh, was it like a railroad track?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you were like, I got a flat. And like, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
And I like caught up with like everyone else. And they're like, where's Josh? And I was like, I don't know. And then you caught up later. You're like, I had a flat. I told you. You just left me.
Did I fix it or what did I do?
I think like we were close to like our friend's house. So like you just like walked it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly where we were now. And yeah, you just left me. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You guys weren't gonna leave me fully for dead.
Yeah, I was
and we
like,
were
I don't
just
know.
like in the city. It would have been fun.
He's tired, I guess.
What
He's
happened
not
to Josh?
conditioned for this.
He's just tired. He's just a tired boy. All right. Well, this isn't the premiere Bike Around Minneapolis or Minnesota podcast. What is this, Joe, for new listeners?
It's a TV podcast. Bum,
Ooh.
bum, bum. And instead of reviewing an entire TV show, we gimmick it by watching only the first and the last episode of the show. As a little game, we watch the first episode and then try to make predictions for what we think is going to happen in the last episode. Usually it's shows we haven't seen at all. So we're just soaking in the show by watching the first and last episode. And I think that's mostly the case today. Oh, I should say that we usually have a third co-host, Jimmy, who is not here. And when he is away, we watch wrestling things.
That's right. When Jimmy's not around, the boys watch wrestling. So, I mean, you obviously know by the title of this podcast.
By the title of the podcast, today we're doing the serialized drama Heels.
Woo! What I know of this show is that Stephen Amell of Arrow fame and once a WWE wrestling spot fame.
Yeah,
Because he was
legit.
he was in something. Interesting because he's now in a show. Well, show's over obviously, but in a show about wrestling, and clearly was very interested in it before then because he was it like a WrestleMania spot or a SummerSlam? Like he did a wrestling thing for WWE.
Yeah, I forget which one, but he did like a tag match, like an actual tag match in WWE, and he was like pretty good for a celebrity.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen Arrow. Did we do Arrow on the show?
We did. I wasn't there.
He did. He does like this. I mean, he does like exercises in Arrow, and he clearly is doing them himself, and they're like insanity.
He's just jacked.
He is crazy jacked. I mean, just because you're jacked doesn't mean you can wrestle, clearly. But like, he can also do that. Seasons. When was the show on?
It had premiered August 15th, 2021. It ran for 2 seasons. So the second season came in 2023, and then after that it was canceled shortly after. I had seen the first episode on a plane.
Okay.
And I remember thinking, I don't remember a lot of the particulars, but I remember thinking like, man, this is a really good, like this would make a really good movie. I'm not really sure how they stretch this into a TV show, but like this first episode is like, it's like 60% of a good movie. Like they just need like the third act to like wrap up the story of these brothers or whatever.
Okay. So Stephen Amell is, I'm assuming, one of the brothers.
And that's kind of what I remember is like there's like two brothers running a like small time wrestling promotion or something.
Okay. Yeah, my thought would be I don't know. Pretend I don't know where this is located. Philly. I'm going to say
yeah.
Shows in Philly.
It's got to be something like East Coast or in the South or something, right? Like those are
or Canada.
Regional. Yeah, or Canada.
Or
my
Canada.
God, what if this show was Canadian?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Stephen Amell Canadian.
I guess I wouldn't be surprised.
He's Canadian.
Oh my God.
Confirmed.
This show's in Winnipeg, isn't it?
It's in Winnipeg. Chris Jericho's in it. Yeah, like, so now I'm going to say Canadian. Canadian wrestling promotion that's small. Him and his brother are in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Heels. So now I'm wondering whether or not, we should probably do a nomenclature.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times we forget how much people know about wrestling.
We forget that.
This isn't a wrestling pod.
Yeah, number one, this is WrestleMania. Also, if you're listening, happy WrestleMania week.
Yeah, happy WrestleMania week. Celebrate it. Give someone a power bomb.
Do you believe in the bloodline, or do you want to finish the story? Hit us up at FNDL Podcast.
Are you flinching, or are you with the tribal chief?
I will not acknowledge him.
Acknowledge him. Did you see Raw this week, or did you see Raw clips this week?
I saw Raw clips.
Holy shit.
Oh, but you mean this week's like 2 weeks ago?
No, as in, 2 weeks ago.
Basically, because that was when The Rock made Cody bleed.
Yes, Josh and I are we're pretty typical wrestling fans, I would say, in that we do not watch the week-to-week shows. We look up clips on the internet later, but then we'll watch the pay-per-views, or they call them now premium live events, because they're all on Peacock. So us two, and also many millions of other WWE fans, just have a Peacock subscription to watch WWE. And
I literally
30
pay
Rock.
$6.50 a month so I can watch a pay-per-view every once in a while.
Yeah.
I don't think I watch anything else on Peacock.
Not even like a Office or something?
No.
Okay.
I should, but I just don't.
You have the option, but you choose not to.
I just don't even think about Peacock.
Yeah, you don't even think about it. Yeah.
Which is better than when I actively think about Paramount Plus and how much it sucks.
But yeah, so it's WrestleMania season. It's the 40th WrestleMania. The WWE in particular is kind of a boom in the moment, in that they just merged with like the UFC. Also, if you remember who Vince McMahon is, he's not a good person. And I will tell you that at least wrestling fans on the internet are aware of this. No one is trying to defend Vince McMahon. In fact, a lot of people don't like Vince McMahon, even aside from the terrible things that he's done. More of just like, he makes the wrestling show bad.
You were talking about what happened on Raw this weekend. I think CM Punk came back and was talking to Drew McIntyre, and he was like, and he was like, "Who believed in you? Say the name of the man who believed in you." And like, it was talking about Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
And they clearly will never say his name on TV
yeah.
like ever again. And he just kind of like gave him like a, please stop talking about this.
So lots of things going on in WWE right now, of just like lots of attention, plus this whole Vince McMahon lawsuit going through. Did you see that they had recently released, or are about to, I forget, I think recently released the newest edition of the like WWE video game, like WWE 24 or whatever.
2K 24?
Yeah. But when the Vince McMahon lawsuit came out in, I think that was like January or February this year, like not too long ago, the developers scrambled to try to like erase him from the video game.
Oh, yeah.
They just like removed his character.
The day one patch.
Yeah. And then like whenever Vince McMahon shows up in like video clips and stuff that's taken from TV, they like try to like blur him out.
I've heard that.
But it's like very obvious who this guy is.
Did they get it in?
He's
on
the owner of the company for like 30 years.
Yeah. Did they get it in the disc version, or if I go buy a disc version of this game, is he in it? You know,
and disconnect your PlayStation from the internet.
Yep.
Probably. I have no idea.
Now I have a problematic video game.
Yeah. So yeah.
So hey, so what we're saying right now is apologies to people that just like random TV, but also me and Joe will be talking about this TV show, what's currently happening in WWE, probably a little bit of we're just gonna be talking about wrestling.
Yes,
there's a lot of wrestling.
This show has nothing to do with WWE.
Besides the fact that it's wrestling. So, but you don't need prior like WWE knowledge to know what's going on. You're right. So when we're talking about heels, we'll be talking about regular.
Right.
We'll try to fill you in on the wrestling nomenclature.
Right. So like the first thing is like the show's called Heels. The like one of the more commonly known terms for wrestling are baby faces and heels, where baby faces are your good guys and heels are the bad guys. So by calling this show Heels, does that just mean like this is just about bad dudes in wrestling?
Just about the people that play the bad guys?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's kind of interesting too. This show only went 2 seasons, but like, I mean, clearly if you are a person who watches wrestling long enough, you have a favorite person, but everybody generally that's huge and you've known are just people in wrestling. They've all been a heel or a babyface at some point in their career.
Right. Yeah, they switch.
They switch because you can't just do... Has anybody just been bad or been a heel the whole time?
That's tough.
Or a babyface the whole time, I guess?
Babyface the whole time, yes. John Cena has never turned heel.
Really?
Yeah. He's
16-time.
Yeah, he's 16-time world champion. That's something that's been like part of the John Cena lore for wrestling fans, is the fans have always wanted him to turn heel, to go evil, be the bad guy, and he's always been the good guy.
I don't want that for him.
Not
now for sure.
Yeah.
But
could
you imagine if he came back and he was like, screw those dying kids.
Yeah.
John Cena's, by the way, just if anyone, for some reason, if people don't like John Cena, he's like a weird automaton kind man.
He's a weird person.
He's super weird, but he is also fulfilled more like, I was going to say feed my starving children, more Make-A-Wish like foundation, wishes, kid thing. Like kids are like, I want to meet John Cena. He's performed more of those than anyone ever.
Yeah.
Like hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah. Do you think that diminishes the wish? I think like anyone could get John Cena. He's just always here.
If I was a 9-year-old kid and I had like terminal cancer, I think I'd just say John Cena because I think it makes it happen.
You're guaranteed to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because then if you say someone else, they're just be like, "Hey,
Al Pacino."
Yeah, and just like, "Hey, we couldn't get it, but here's like an autograph of Al Pacino."
Right. But you say John Cena, you're gonna see that motherfucker.
I mean, no one can see him.
Well, okay. You're gonna my fault. You're gonna know that he's in the room with you.
But yes, wrestlers often switch their allegiance from babyface to heel. Babyfaces, obviously, you get the cheers, but it's often more fun to play the evil bad guy because you get to fuck around with the crowd.
Who do you think the biggest heel in WWE is right now?
The Rock.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right now it's got to be The Rock.
Right now in storyline, The Rock, who has been a Hollywood actor for the past 10 years, has come back and decides that he wants to do things and run things now, and he's acting like a rich asshole.
Yep. Maybe 6 months ago, I would have said like Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
And not even because people believe that he's like even a bad guy.
Yeah.
But that man gets the biggest, he got the biggest like boos.
Yes.
He can't even talk on a microphone.
This is
that people enjoy to boo him so much that he can't even talk legitimately.
Yeah. No, this is a good discussion of what makes a good heel. We have an example of The Rock, who is just like a very well-known person and a very clear motivation that is antagonistic to our heroes. And so that's a very common way to make a heel, is just like this guy is too cool for everybody and we don't like him.
Right.
And when you're talking about Dominic Mysterio, imagine a fucking Gen Z kid with a mullet who acts like he's just like slippery. Oh, he acts like they call him Dirty Dom, which is a nickname that he gave himself because he's trying to act all badass and whatever, but he's just like this skinny kid.
We also call him Condom.
Condom.
Because he went to jail
for like one night or something.
And then he got a teardrop tattoo.
Yeah. So that's another version of a heel where it's someone you're just like, this guy sucks. I just don't like his aura.
But like, he sucks in a way that getting to boo him
feels good.
So great.
It's so much fun.
And like everybody around him, that's the crazy thing is he's a heel and he's hitched to Rhea Ripley, who is probably the biggest women's wrestling star right now.
Yeah.
And everybody like loves her.
She kind of defies baby faces and heels.
She's not anything, right?
Yeah.
She's an enigma.
Yeah. And that's another layer of why people hate Dominic Mysterio, because he's attached to this megastar and he's just this like slimy guy. And it's like, why the fuck does he get to hang out with her? Yeah. So anytime he touches a mic, before he can say anything, people boo so that he can't even talk. So
what do you think? I mean, I assume they're not going to go like Hollywood in the show per se.
Yeah.
But they're just gonna because it's small town stuff and it's called heels. I just assume like my first assumption is Stephen Amell's character because he's the only guy I know and he's definitely going to be the main character of the show. He's just going to like walk out to like, you know, a gymnasium or a church crowd or like whatever, a cafeteria of 75 people max. And he's going to like look at some 12-year-old kid and be like, kid's fucking ugly. Like, you know,
okay.
like, you know.
So you
like,
think his, I don't know, so I haven't seen Arrow, but you think his natural charisma leans heel?
I mean, maybe his, God, man. The problem is he's a very handsome man. He's got a great smile on him.
Okay.
But I think it could be an evil smile.
Yeah, that could be, if it's a little bit too handsome, it could be heelish.
So I think he can lean heel pretty well.
Okay.
Especially, So, I'm going to say, I'm going to agree with that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember in the show. I just remember it being about like running the company. But, and he is a wrestler in the show. I just don't remember where his allegiance was. I think him and his brother were on opposite ends, but I don't remember. And
then we said a baby face is obviously the alternate of a heel. It's a good guy.
Yeah.
Generally everyone loves them.
They play by the rules generally.
There is absolutely no debate who the biggest baby face in WWE is
currently.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes. Yeah.
Like no debate whatsoever.
The American Nightmare.
Which is funny. He's the biggest baby face, biggest good guy in the company, and his moniker is the American Nightmare.
Yeah. It's a lot of it doesn't make sense. Cody Rhodes is a guy who is he's wrestling, I don't want to say royalty, but he comes from a family of wrestlers.
Yeah.
And his whole storyline now is he's trying to fulfill his family's destiny in that he can become the champion. And for whatever reason, a lot of times this shit doesn't work when you try to tell the audience that like, this is the person who is the good guy, you should cheer for them. But for whatever reason it worked this time. I don't know if it's just he's handsome, he has the right look, he has the right music, but like people like him.
It's interesting because the other day I was watching a wrestling clip because once again, I don't watch SmackDown or Raw on a regular basis. I also don't have TV.
Yeah.
You know, I guess so like I can't. But I'd be curious whether or not I'd like to do a social experiment one day and like get regular TV and see whether or not I would actually watch it.
Yeah. I mean, you're about to have this experiment happen to you because WWE Raw is going to Netflix.
Yeah.
So
I might watch it.
Am I
going to watch it? Am I going to watch it the next day while I'm working?
Yeah. I was thinking about the other day that when I was a kid, we would just have on like Bulls basketball. Like, and with the way that the NBA season runs, it's like there's like a basketball game like 3 nights a week.
Yeah.
And we would just have that on.
The TV would just be on in the living room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just like was just thinking about how different that is to the way that I watch TV now, where it's just like, because it's all streaming, like it's like what show are we watching? Do we want to watch an episode of this?
Yeah.
And it's not really like we just like pop on the TV and like, oh, the Bulls are playing. Let's just see the Bulls game.
Right. Growing up, my parents, it would be different. They would like, it'd be Saturday and like just PGA would be on, and they would be like in the garage. I'd be like, why is this? Can I play video games? I'm 12. Can I play video games? I don't want to watch Phil Mickelson score a birdie. Okay. We've been talking about nonsense, wrestling for a very long time.
Okay.
And we should just really dive into it, and then we can kind of talk more about heels. Okay. So sorry everybody who just wanted to talk about heels, but like let's be honest, you watch a wrestling show, like you want to know about what's happening with wrestling too, right? Do I know what the first episode is called?
I saw it earlier. It's called Kayfabe.
Kayfabe, yeah, I did see that earlier. So cool. Joe, what is kayfabe?
Kayfabe is the term for I don't want to use the F word, fake.
Fuck.
Fuck. But it's the term for kayfabe is used to describe something that's storyline. So if you're kayfabe friends,
the Undertaker's a literal dead man.
Yes, yeah, the Undertaker is a literal undead zombie.
That's kayfabe.
That's kayfabe.
Because the real man is an alive human being.
Yeah, he's just the old Texas guy.
Yeah, well now, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kayfabe. So that's what this first episode is called. We're going to dive into it, and we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of Heels called Kayfabe, and I have a write-up. It goes like this. Jack Spade, the owner of the Duffy Wrestling League, controls everything inside of his wrestling ring. Outside the ropes, he fights to balance his family and professional life.
Mm-hmm.
Ominous. Maybe, but I suppose that's technically true in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Initial thoughts, Joe.
It was good. I'm remembering now that so I said that I had seen this before, but that time that I'd seen it, I saw it on a plane, which is a different experience watching something on a plane. Even though it's the only thing in front of you, you're like not quite focused and you're not quite getting the audio. You may miss some like dialogue things.
Yeah. How'd the boobs pan out on the plane?
They're great. Really great boobs.
Boobs on a plane are so weird.
It's so weird because you're just like next to like a bunch of people in public. I don't know.
Boobs are for private.
It's I had said in the first part that like I think it's like it's almost like 2/3 of like a really good movie, and I'm not really sure how they stretch it into a show. Seeing it now, I think like I see the elements of where they can go with it. Granted, this only did go for 2 seasons, so apparently the network didn't see where they could go with it. But yeah, there's a lot of threads being started, and obviously with wrestling, it's somewhat like, I don't know, it's just a very unique culture that's somewhere between like rock star culture and like athlete culture and sports that there's high opportunity for drama. So
right, like why couldn't there be this is the closest thing that I have seen even in one episode that is like the wrestling Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, that's a very good comparison.
You know, because like I was really into this. Now I think I know why it's called Heels. I think I get it because it's like Jack Spade, the owner of Duffy, played by Stephen Amell. He plays a heel in like the ring. And then his brother Ace probably like Arthur. I don't know what it is. Ace Spade is supposed to be a baby face, but he's like kind of a real life heel.
Yeah. So it's the two Spade brothers. Spade, I guess, maybe they don't really get into it, but like that's their legitimate, as far as we know, name.
They really don't. They call him Jack and Ace.
Yeah.
Like
Ace. Ace is in quotes, but Jack, it seems like his like name is Jack Spade.
Yeah. I mean, Ace, it's why I'm like, his name's probably like Arthur or something.
Yeah. But yeah, Jack is the elder brother and Ace is the younger brother. Jack has kind of like a grizzled buzz cut look, whereas Ace has like the long blonde hair. He's got the abs. Like he looks like a rock star. He adds eyeliner when he goes to the ring too.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of a natural baby face in that way. Whereas he's exciting. He's someone you want to cheer for. But then when you get a peek at their real life, Jack is the guy who's running this company and holding it together, and it's like barely kind of scraping by. And he's like a good family man, whereas like Ace is just kind of out for himself. He has dreams of making it to the big leagues. And also he's just like not really nice to people around town.
Right. I mean, like, yeah, Jack really wants to like grow the DWL, the Duffy Wrestling League.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like he wants to make it a big thing. Like he somehow has like these illusions of grandeur that it could be as big as like the WCW.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
The DWL, the D is for Duffy, the town that they live in, and it kind of seems like this is kind of the only thing going on in town. It's like this in church. And even of that, like, it's not that big of an operation. They're just like, they host their shows in like this kind of barn-shaped rec center.
It's an old railway center thing.
And it's very DIY. Like Jack had bought 4 fog machines, and his wife was kind of upset that like they didn't shop around because she thinks they could have like gotten a deal elsewhere. So even though they're able to put on pretty decent shows and people come out and know who they are around town, it's still like
It's not
really,
thousands.
Yeah. They're not really making bank on this thing.
Right.
It's more of just like a small town. One of the guys who came around from the big leagues called it like community theater.
Kind of, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's happening, but it's very interesting to see because it's his brother Ace is like kind of got some word of mouth, I guess, outside of the DWL, and some guy came back who seemed to have wrestled with their father.
Yeah, their father, I forget his name now, but
something King Spade.
He went by King Spade. Yeah. Is like kind of an old timey legend, and the vibe is that King Spade stuck around Duffy to like help build this like DWL, whereas his like kind of go-to wrestling partner, Wild Bill something, I forget.
I literally only know Bill, so
yeah, Wild Bill. They started off together, but Wild Bill went off to the big leagues. They don't necessarily say what company, but they just call it Up North. But you kind of just assume it's like WWE because like at this point, really like WWE is the only like big national company. I guess there's like TNA. But
they ain't talking about TNA.
Yeah, it's it's not important. It's just important that Wild Bill went off to the big leagues to make it big, and he wears like a full like snakeskin suit. He comes by and buys the guys barbecue on the day of the show, but he's essentially there to scout Ace. He's there to see Ace's big match. Oh, this is, I don't think we said, but like most of this episode is building around Jack is the heel champion, and Ace is finally getting his title shot against the champion, his brother.
Right.
They're brothers both in real life and in ring too.
Real and kayfabe brothers.
Yeah. So yeah, they've been promoting this match or this card for like, it seems like at least a few weeks or something.
They've been building up, yeah.
And so this is their big blow off. The fans in town are thinking that Ace is going to win against his brother and win the championship. And so Ace is trying to parlay this into, hey, if I put on a good performance tonight, the Wild Bill from the big leagues is going to see me, and then he's going to get me a deal to move up to the big leagues and get an audition there and potentially become a huge star.
Yep.
Which, like, the character drama of that is with Jack's focus on wanting to build this company, he wants Ace to stay and like help build it with him.
It's so many. It's interesting. It's I didn't realize it was gonna be so dramatic and with layers of kind of these characters of Jack. Obviously, he like is like, I really want, like, he really wants DWL to be big, be put on the map and succeed. But you also get the feeling that he's obviously clearly like jealous of Ace.
Yeah.
That like, why, like, I did all of this. Like, I write the scripts. I like hired, like, I helped train or whatever. He probably
I do all the work.
Did all this stuff and set everything up, buys the fog machines and the GoPros and everything, because he's like putting things on social media, and that's how people are like hearing about it. He's doing all the work for this, and then they're just like, oh, Ace.
Yeah, and his brother is the big star and the one getting the attention.
Yeah, and then like also he knows Ace in real life, and we get a glimpse of Ace too, who like they went to church on at like Sunday morning, obviously, and he like pissed on a tree outside of like the church and like threw a beer on the ground. And I'm like, well, what time in the morning was this? That he, and they're all about drinking all the time, smoking and drinking.
Yeah.
But like he's doing that. He's I thought for a while he was having an affair with his like manager, this girl named Crystal.
Yeah.
Who she also wants to, like, she keeps trying to say like, I can wrestle, can you give me like, I want to be a wrestler too, but no one's taking her seriously.
Yeah.
And so there's this weird thing about like, yeah, Jack seems like he's trying to be a good guy and do this stuff, but you can see there's a lot of animosity like in with his brother.
That is just like an interesting wrinkle of, the show starts with showing us in the ring, Jack is the bad guy, Ace is the good guy, and then not too long after that, we see that in real life, it's actually reversed. But then
it gets hazy.
But then it gets hazy because then you can see, it's just good characters that they have clear motivations that just happen to be opposing. That Ace isn't wrong for, wanting to chase this opportunity, and like, he's young. And he doesn't have all the experience yet, but like when you get an opportunity like this and someone sees something in you, you kind of believe it, and you like, it makes sense to just go for it. Right. And from Jack's perspective, that like you said, he's put in all this work. He feels like he's earned the thing. He also just like wants his brother around, and he wants his brother to be a part of this. But you can kind of see how that might not be the right thing for Ace.
Might not be the right thing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
based on just kind of how destructive Ace kind of seems to be on a day-to-day. But they're all kind of self-sabotaging. Yeah. For sure. And we'll get into a large one here later. But he, what was I saying? It's, yeah, and Ace wants to go up, but like, yeah, for some reason, like Jack Jack is trying to decide like he's got a good idea too. It's kind of funny because they kind of butt heads about like what the actual big match they're going to have is going to be. And Jack has a good idea, but it's like his focus clearly is on like making the DWL like long-term storyline like keep going, so people keep watching, which makes a lot of sense. Like completely makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like
we might have stepped over it, but like, so Jack who books the whole show, his plan for the finish
Oh
is,
yeah, that was going.
Jack is gonna win via some sort of cheap maneuver.
Yeah,
because
the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment, the surprise roll-up.
The surprise roll-up, because he knows that the fans all want Ace to win so bad, but it'll be a better long-term storyline if they see their hero lose in like a cheap fashion, and then all the more want him to like rise back up again and then win.
Then he can fight back and actually win it, kind of thing. Which, that's a good storyline.
Yeah, and that happens all the time in wrestling, that they prolong a little bit of what you think you want to keep the story going and build up for a bigger finish later.
It is a little misguided in my mind that like Ace thinks that I just need to put on a good show and win in this match.
Yeah.
And if I win in front of Bill, then I'll get like signed to something bigger. Whereas I think the reality is, even if you would lose in that fashion, like clearly we all know what's happening. You know, if you put on a good match and it's good, then done. It's good.
Especially if, like, Jack is right that like with you being a baby face, like people want to cheer for you, and nothing gets people on your side more than like feeling bad for you. They tie this in again at the end of the episode, but Crystal says this thing to Ace, saying like, back in high school when you were like, I didn't even know you back then, but you were the
quarterback.
The quarterback of the football team, and you threw an interception at the end of the game to lose the game, and you were there on the field all alone and sad, but like I like really felt for you because like you just look so sad and alone.
She said, and crying. And he said, I wasn't crying. She's like, you were crying.
Yeah. But yeah, that, seeing the hero or the good guy fail really gets your sympathies with them. And so even though Ace doesn't realize it, like Jack has booked like the perfect like audition tape for Ace if he really had a chance at making it big.
Right. Yeah, it's good. It's interesting they can't like quite see together. It is, once again, you can see that like there's a part of Jack that definitely wants to like hold Ace back, but it doesn't make sense for him to do it for too long because it would hurt DWL.
Yeah.
Like, in the end, he's going to do what he thinks is the best for his like wrestling, like promotion in his small town, which the two times we saw them like do wrestling, pretty good crowd.
Yeah. Pretty good. Lots of energy.
We've been to one or two like local wrestling shows, This seemed like a pretty good crowd compared to some of the ones we've been to.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an interesting dynamic between them because it's like, it's too simplistic to say that Jack is just jealous of Ace. It's more of like, especially with him being the older brother, he's always trying to look out for what he thinks is best for Ace. But like Ace is a full-on adult and like, can kind of make decisions on his own. And sometimes like that looking out for him can feel kind of like controlling or like, I'm your brother and I know what's good for you.
Right.
So yeah, that's a very interesting dynamic. What else do we need to touch on here?
I guess not much. To make Jimmy happy, I say we met a couple other characters. Stacy Spade, who is Jack's wife. We mentioned her, but they have a kid. I have no idea what their kid's name was.
No idea. Yeah,
not important. Kids are important. But she's there. She's very, very supportive of Jack and what he's doing, but wants to be kind of more involved so they can do it maybe more on a healthy budget.
Yeah.
If possible. We mentioned Crystal, who is she's essentially Ace's manager. They kept calling her a valet.
Yeah.
Have you heard that term before?
Yeah. It's essentially just the term for like, women managers or women who like
specific, like kind of a woman manager.
Yeah. That they walk you to the ring. A lot of times they are like romantically involved.
Yeah, they're just kind of like hot.
Yeah.
There's
Big Jim.
Big Jim.
Yeah, Big Jim's great.
What a sweetheart. Just sweetheart.
Yeah, real good guy. He's friends with both brothers. Seems like he's known them for a while. And he is kind of the next, like, other than the two brothers, he's like the third biggest star. But he also is thinking of retiring.
He's a baby on the way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And his wife, I assume, doesn't like him wrestling very much. She thinks it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got a baby. I'm going to retire and I can get more hours.
Yeah,
and
focus more on work
and provide.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't know. Maybe he'll be around, but I like Big Jim. There was a lady who was like working at the promotion and I didn't catch her name. Did you?
I only in the Wikipedia, that's Willie.
Her name's Willie?
Her name is Willie.
Okay.
And at first I thought that was their mom, but it's not. It's just like Jack's business partner. Essentially, she's like helping run it too.
Okay. She wasn't in this very much. But at the end, which might as well spoil the ending now.
Yeah.
She was kind of there and be like, God damn it.
Yeah.
And so the ending essentially was, so Jack had originally planned on Ace losing, how we just said. Ace had been fighting back the whole time. He had a good like finishing, kind of a good way to like say, hey, we could do it like this way.
Yeah,
and win.
He pitched a few ideas.
And it seemed really interesting, but it also seemed, people were like, oh, did you pitch that or was that Crystal's idea? Which actually seemed like it might have been Crystal's idea. So she might have a good wrestling head on her shoulders.
Yeah.
But things kind of seemed to go sour between the brothers.
Yeah. Well, also Wild Bill kind of got in Ace's head and it was just like, you need to look out for yourself. And like, sometimes you just need to like let Big Brother go. Yeah.
Well, and he said something along the lines of like, oh, maybe you hit him for real and then win kind of thing. But, I guess the two brothers had like a convo in the office kind of like right before, right? Too.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, we're going to do what I do. I write it. This is the best. This is what's best for business.
Yep.
And then we're going to do it like this, which not necessarily wrong, but whatever.
Yeah.
But then they go out into the ring and then Jack kind of goes a little nuts, I guess.
Well, because I think Jack can kind of see this, that like he's looking at Ace thinking like Ace is somehow going to go off script and like just try to win the match because he thinks this is his chance. And Jack desperately wants to stick to what they had, that keep the story going, keep Jack as champion, have Ace lose. So like right when the match starts, he essentially like puts Ace into like this arm bar and essentially just gonna like rip his arm out of his socket.
And he's really doing it.
Yeah.
Instead of not.
Yeah.
Instead of wrestling doing it.
Yeah, he's really putting pressure and like Ace is yelling, Jack, stop, Jack.
Yeah.
And Jack's just looking at the ref going like, you better call it or I'm gonna rip his arm out.
Yeah. Which is bonkers.
Yeah. That really like got me. I felt very uncomfortable when that was happening.
Yeah.
Because it looked like kids wrestling, except like these were adults and they're gonna hurt each other.
Yeah. It's interesting because it was like the whole time you're like, Jack, you play a heel, but you're a good guy. And then like you for real healed it in the ring right at the end.
Yeah.
It's like, I kind of get what you did, but like, it's a little much, man.
So right at the beginning, he puts him in this hold. He's threatening to hurt him. The ref calls off the match. And then, of course, the crowd hates it because not only did the heel win, but also they didn't really get a match. They got like a really short, like
14 seconds of in-ring time, really. Like,
and they had the company had been booking this and promoting it all for like nothing. So they felt cheated.
I would too. I would be like, wow, that's it.
Yeah.
It's disappointing.
So Ace socks Jack for real. And Jack is walking away from the ring. Ace is still in the ring, but the crowd is just like going berserk and like throwing popcorn and drinks and stuff in the ring and at Jack as well, but like mostly the camera's focused on Ace, and we're seeing him like when he was in football in high school, like alone and sad.
Probably crying.
Yeah. And that was a pretty dramatic 30 seconds of TV of just like these two brothers staring at each other and being so very pissed.
I am definitely wildly interested in episode 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's got me there.
Not sure where you go from here. 'Cause yeah, like I don't know how you continue working together as just like coworkers in this community theater, or how you even relate to each other as human beings when your brother ruined your shot at the big leagues. Because again, like all they had, even if Ace loses, as long as he puts on a good match, that's a good audition.
Yeah.
But they didn't even get a match.
Yeah, exactly. So that everything's ruined.
Yeah.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
The promotion had a bad match, and people are probably going to be like, why would I come back next week?
Mm-hmm.
And Ace probably got his opportunity ruined.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, you want to have that guy come back now? Like,
yeah,
they're probably pissed. And like all the other wrestlers, like right before that happened, like one of the other guys, like they were all like near the walkway entrance, like kind of staring at it, and they were like, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Like, they were all excited for this match, and then it didn't happen. So now they're all pissed too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Wrestling at its finest.
Getting worked.
Predictions.
Yeah.
I got 4. Number 1. I was almost going to start with number 2. Number 1, tables.
Ooh.
This, and we know this is end of season 2. It's the end of the show. It got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of threw some random stuff out.
Yeah.
Tables. Number 2, I think there's a stipulation match for championship.
Okay.
So no DQ, something like that. I don't know. Number 3, Crystal wrestles now.
Okay.
I think she wants to.
Yeah.
I think she's going to get her opportunity. I think she wrestles now. And number 4, I think they once again reference the WWE, WCW, or a very famous wrestler. They say The Rock or
okay. So
Stone Cold.
Yeah. So not just up north or something.
No,
like...
they say it. They say it.
Okay.
Those are my 4. Pretty fast.
Cool. I have that Ace is the DWL champion.
Okay.
I think that somehow between this episode and the end of season 2, Ace is stuck around, and also that he becomes champion, and we get to see part of how that goes.
He should. If he sticks around, he should become champion.
Yeah. I think that Jack is now a babyface. I don't know if Ace turns heel, but I think that Jack becomes a face, and that's a change in the dynamic between the brothers.
If I could throw out a 5th prediction, I would say both brothers are baby faces and are tag team champions.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be great. I think that there's an old guy who is wrestling too long. I was just trying to think
Ric
of
Flair of the sorts.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of wrestling tropes that could possibly be broached in this story, and I think that's one of the things. It's just like an old guy who is like way past their prime, and their family is begging them to stop, but he wants to keep wrestling. And then my last one is that Ace gets pinned, which would mean that he loses the championship. But I think that's my prediction for kind of the like the cliffhanger, like give us a season 3, like what happens now that Ace is no longer the champion.
Yeah. Listeners, a good champion doesn't get pinned very often. Mm-hmm. Very rarely. Until they lose the belt. So, okay, the finale, technically, the last episode of Heels is called High Flying. We're going to check that out, and we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the final episode of Heels. It was called High Flying. I have a write-up. It's from IMDb. The cross-promotion event is here. Everything culminates in Harmageddon. DWL versus Dystopia.
Dystopia.
Can Jack and Ace forgive each other and right their wrongs, or will it all fall apart in the ring yet again? Yes and no.
Yes and or no.
I think the answer is yes to that question. What'd you think, Joe?
Great. Good. Awesome.
Those are so many different values of like great and good.
It just keeps getting better. Best thing I've ever seen. Amazing. Cures diseases.
The cure for cancer is here.
There was a point where you hit pause, to see how much time was left.
Oh, I pushed up.
Yeah. And there was like
37 minutes left.
Yeah, we were like 20 minutes through a 57-minute episode. And at that time that you checked, nothing was happening.
When I checked how many minutes were left, I was like, I hate what's happening.
Yeah.
Because all they were doing the first 20 minutes of the show was like, your dad did something wrong, Jack. And now everyone's paying the price. The IRS is mad at him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't really know what the problem was, but it was like,
there was a lot of just like chit-chatting and talking. And you had said something about like, man, if there's no wrestling in this show, no wonder it got canceled.
Yeah.
But then like maybe 5 minutes after that, they get to the event that they're putting on. And then it's just that wrestling show for the rest of the episode. And it was great.
And it kicked ass.
Kicked ass. Totally kicked ass.
I'm wondering, as long as this show has like 15 to 20 minutes of wrestling in it every episode, and it's always at the end.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, hell yeah.
And that's not even because like I'm a wrestling fan. It's because just they're able to like wring out all of the drama between the characters using the fake drama of the wrestling. Like it all just like, this is where it all comes together. More so than the actual like conversations that they're happening. I did some reading just because I was trying to just understand what was happening.
Were you just trying to figure out who Condam was?
Who the fuck? Are they saying condemned? We'll get to that. Yeah. But basically where we're set up in this episode is there's the DWL, Duffy Wrestling League, that the Spade brothers and mostly Jack Spade runs. And we talked about that mostly in the first episode. Yep. But then there's this other rival company, Florida Wrestling Dystopia, I think.
Florida Wrestling Dystopia.
Which we'll probably just call Dystopia from now on.
Yep.
So they're rival companies, and what's happening is there's a like nameless like streaming service that is looking to like bring wrestling onto their service. And so both of these companies are competing for their attention, but what actually is the company is looking to do is just combine the companies. So like, but the Spade brothers don't know that. The Spade brothers think that they're still, they're putting on this joint promotional show with Dystopia where the DWL wrestlers are wrestling the Dystopia wrestlers, and they're working together. Again, it's all predetermined, so they're playing friendly, but both sides want to put on the best version of their own product that they're putting on.
Yep.
So there's competition, but they're still working together. But in the end, it all doesn't really matter because the parent company is just going to combine them anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
And then, so like the main real dramatic piece of it is that there's this guy who runs Dystopia who looks a lot like a just like meaner David Cross.
Like a big old mean David Cross.
Yeah. His name is Gully. And it seems like Gully and Jack Spade had some sort of lawsuit, but Gully was going to drop the lawsuit as long as everything that went on in their event tonight went according to plan, which we should say that the event was called Harmageddon, like harm, Armageddon, Harmageddon.
Classic wrestling name.
Yeah.
Bad name too,
So
by the
yeah,
way.
as long as everything goes to plan and no one goes off script like the Spade brothers are known to do, then everything's cool and they'll be done with Gully and they can move on and do whatever the fuck they want with DWL. Except that it's all just going to get bought out by this like streaming company.
They're all going to be owned by Time Warner anyway.
Yeah, it's all just going to get folded into the Scheinhart Wig Corporation.
That's right. Cabletown.
Is there anything else outside of the wrestling before we just go to the wrestling event?
I honestly don't think so.
Okay.
Not that it is important to cover.
I don't think so.
Because all of that was unimportant to me already.
Yeah, I'm sure it was just important to the show. And I think the bottom line of it is just like, yeah, still Duffy company is just not doing well. Like, not only are they not making money, or even if looks like they're making.
They keep saying that, and every time we've seen two wrestling shows, and they've seen packed as hell.
Yeah,
and this one had thousands of people outside, watching on like huge screens, like in the parking lot.
My read was
it was like a zombie horde trying to get into a mall.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's sold out, so they're just selling tickets so you could watch it from outside.
Yeah.
My read is that it's probably something where, like at the end of season 1, like they're making a ton of money now, but then they found out that like they actually have a ton of debt, so they're like, even though the cash flow is good, like they're still fucked in some way. I don't know. Who cares? So 30 minutes into the episode, they kick into the pay-per-view or whatever that they're putting on. Crystal is there.
I wrote down all 3 matches.
Yeah.
We could just go through those basically, because that'll kind of fill in what you're about to say anyway.
Yeah.
First match they did was Crystal versus El Dorado, who was El Dorado is the current DWL Women's Champion.
Mm-hmm.
And El Dorado, do we verify this for sure? But it's played by AJ Lee of WWE fame.
Yeah, former WWE wrestler.
What's her name? Something Mendez. Her real name.
April, is it?
CM Punk's wife.
Yeah.
She's much more than that. She's AJ Lee. She's one of the more influential women wrestlers of literally all time.
Mm-hmm.
Her and like Paige.
Yeah, she retired maybe 10 years ago or so.
But it was those two fighting, and Crystal came back. She was in Dystopia.
Mm-hmm.
She had defected from DWL and went to Dystopia.
Mm-hmm.
And came back, and she won this match.
Yeah, she's like a heel now too. She's, the event is being held in Duffy, so it's a very pro Duffy crowd, and she's just like trashing on the town.
Yeah, it's kind of fun because a lot of people that like knew her from back in the day were like, hell yeah. She's like, people are like,
they're happy.
Some
for
of the
her.
people in the crowd are like, oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
She won.
Yeah.
But that was a pretty fun match, and she got to wrestle because that's what she really wanted to do. Like in the first episode, she was like, can I like have a locker or like do this?
I had wondered how much of the wrestling do the actors do?
Mm-hmm.
Because like in that Crystal match, like there's some pretty like intensive moves that they did.
Right. Well, I mean, and obviously like someone like AJ Lee could do those moves.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And I don't know anything about the woman who played Crystal.
Uh-huh.
And then also, but it's like, what's his name? Stephen Amell, like, has been in a WWE wrestling match.
Yeah, we've seen him do it live.
Also,
like not personally, but like, he can do it. Not like he doesn't need. He doesn't need 20 takes to like make a move look good.
He can do it too, and he seems like the kind of guy that also would like, especially for that, which he's done it before. He's like, I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we do it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did you come up with anything, or
no? I was just wondering.
Okay. Yeah. So to be determined, but so that was the first match, and Crystal won. Given one win for the Dystopia.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of fun. And then the second match of the night was, which weirdly enough, I didn't realize that he was still wrestling, was Wild Bill Hawkins, what was his name? Wild Bill Somethingson.
It was an H, yeah.
It was an H. Huntington. Where did I put it? Did I write it down? No, I didn't. And so Wild Bill and Diego Cottonmouth, who is the luchador guy from the first episode, versus two unnamed people from Dystopia.
Kind of like dominatrix
vibe. They had a lot of, they looked, the ghosts from Matrix 2? One of them had a mask that looked like that. But Diego and Wild Bill pulled that one off. So win for a DWL.
So it's tied up.
1-1. And then the last match of the night was supposed to be Rooster Robbins, the FWD champion, versus the Condamned.
The Condamned. We're not speaking with an accent. He's the Condamned.
We were like, the whole time we're like, are they saying condemned, but they're from Georgia? Like, no offense to anyone who's like got a southern accent, but I was just like, are they just saying condemned? And I just can't understand. But they were saying condamned,
like CONDAMNED.
Yeah. Who is just Ace Spade?
It's Ace, but now he's got black hair and he's got like a little bit of like more eye makeup smeared.
He's got like that straight like line eye makeup all the way across his face, as if he was putting on like Batman's cowl, so he could like have his like eyes blacked around.
He's like the Chris Gaines to Ace Spade's Garth Brooks.
He's like he looks like Chris Angel Mind Freak. But wrestling is what he looks
Chris
like.
Angel Mind Freak to whatever Chris Angel's real name is.
Yeah. But that was a last man standing match. Was that supposed to be for the FWD championship or not?
I think so.
The original plan was last man standing for the championship.
Yes.
That's what I gathered, but I don't want to,
So, and they explained this in the show, like through just like characters talking. But a last man standing match.
Oh yeah, they're like the people like in the front row, like the wives are basically like, "Hey, this is what it is."
The rules
to themselves.
Yeah, essentially, there's no rules, or like you can't get disqualified. The only rule is, if you're laying on the ground, the referee will count to 10, and if you cannot stand up, then your opponent wins.
Yep.
So it's a whole thing where like there's a dramatic count to 10, and one of the guys will get up, and that guy's the winner.
Yep. So like literally right away in this match, all of the dystopian wrestlers just rush the stage or rush the ring, and they all beat up Condamned.
Yeah, which again is legal. There's no rules.
Yeah, no DQ. Anything's legal. They tie him up in the ropes, which means that the ropes are wrapped around the man's arms and he can't get out. But that's kayfabe, because in real life he could just pull his arms out. But that's the thing. That's the thing about that though, is like, since we know, we're like, he's not really trapped in real life, but he's acting like he's trapped. But then they're like, get him, hit him with the bat, and the like Gully like hands Rooster Robbins, the FWD champion, like a bat, and he's like, hit him, and he raises it above his head, and I'm like, wait, is this real in the show?
Yeah,
or is this real? Is it just kayfabe for the thing? Like, there's so many, like, since wrestling has fake and kayfabe, can't say that word. Since there's kayfabe in wrestling, and they're the like bounds of what is real or not, like, are broken. Now I have like, what is real in this show? What is real in the wrestling?
Yeah, is this scripted in terms of the wrestling show that Rooster is having a like moral conflict, or is this the real person, Rooster Robbins, whatever his real name is, having a moral conflict? Which, like, I had wondered about that because, like, just the way that the music is playing in the TV show.
Oh, the TV show music was like, he's gonna beat the hell out of this man with a bat.
And I was just like, is this like, is he going off script? But I think with watching how the rest of the show went. I think that all of that was still scripted.
Yeah, all of that was supposed to happen within the bounds of the wrestling show. But to me, and I'm assuming it sounds like to you, like the show did a good job of making me be like, oh, wait, I don't actually know what's quote unquote real in this universe.
Yes,
right now.
yeah. Uh-huh.
So that did a really cool job. But Crystal ran out or showed up and grabbed the microphone and was like, don't do it, Rooster. We're not going to be like this.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Better than this.
And then her and Rooster left.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jack Spade showed up and was like, that's not cool, man. We're going to wrestle because I am like going to sell the company to Dystopia.
Yeah, he rips off his shirt or hoodie or whatever, and he's wearing a Dystopia t-shirt, essentially, you know, turning heel and being with the evil Dystopia guys now.
I mean, I assume he must have been a baby face at some point in this season.
Yeah.
So he turns heel and is like, no, we're going to sell it to the man. Very end of Monday Night Nitro.
Yeah. We're combining companies or whatever. We're just giving it all up.
We're just giving it all up. We're combining, and I'm going to make a ton of money, whatever.
Yeah.
And then now the match changes to the Condemned.
Again, who is Ace Spade.
Hate that name. Versus Jack Spade. Still a no last man standing match for control of DWL.
Yeah. So if Ace wins, Ace gets control. If Jack wins, he gets control, but he's just going to sell it to the bad guys.
Yep. And so then they have their match. It's a barn burner.
It's a real good match. I will say,
not bad.
just like a wrestling match, it's real good. A lot of good spots, a lot of drama between the two guys. I love the way that they staged it on the show, in that like they give you the wrestling action, but they also give you like, you can hear the two brothers talking to each other and calling the next spot, like, hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do this. Follow my lead. Yeah,
because spoiler alert, the wrestlers talk to each other in the ring when they're really wrestling. Generally, you're not supposed to be able to hear that.
Yeah, I
sometimes you do. But,
yeah, sometimes you do.
But like, whatever.
John Cena is notoriously loud at like yelling stuff in the ring,
which is so funny.
Yeah,
it was somebody like such like a notable wrestler.
Yeah.
For being one to be like rope break. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever wrestles yell.
But so I thought that was cool. Are there particular things about the spots that you want to call out, or do you want to go to the end?
Oh, just like of that whole match?
Yeah.
Nah, it was just a fun one. You got a chance to watch the match. So a very hard episode to find.
Yeah. One thing that we forgot to mention was the episode opens with a flashback with Jack.
Oh, yeah. This is
in an empty arena. He's practicing flips from the ring into this foam pit. And it's a flashback because then his dad shows up, and his dad says like,
I'm a ghost.
I'm a ghost. His dad shows up and he's like, why are you practicing these like flippy moves? Like, you're not a flippy guy. Like, the way that you're built, you retain muscle. Like, you've got a good trunk.
Yeah, he's like a piano could stand on these legs, man.
Yeah, he's like, you should be catching flippy guys and like helping boost them up. Like, you're not the flippy guy. And so that ties into this, ending match that like Jack wants to be the flippy guy. Like, they're getting towards the finish of the match, where again the finish is supposed to be that
Jack is
supposed to win because Dystopia is supposed to win and take over essentially, and that's the storyline that they're going with. But Jack says to Ace like, hey, one more move, follow my lead. I want to like send off the crowd like on a high. And so Ace is down. Jack goes to the top rope and he does this move called the shooting star press, which is
ask your mom
what a shooting star press is. He's standing on the top rope in the corner, and he essentially does a backflip
off the top rope,
but is moving forward, so it's like kind of like a little like dolphin flip.
Statistically, none of you watching can do it.
Yeah.
Well, we can't either. I'm not disparaging anybody.
And in real wrestling, a dangerous move because there's a chance that you can, if you don't rotate all the way, you could land on your head.
Oh yeah.
And this is like,
or you could flip backwards if you don't do it. Like if you're trying to do a backflip like in anything ever,
you're
like,
doing a backflip, but you're going forward. So
Yeah.
either you land on your head in the ring or you land
like on the turnbuckle
because you're just flipping back.
Yeah.
So when Jack does it, we watched it and we're like, oh, he nailed it. Like it's perfect landing.
It was a perfect shooting star press.
Yeah. Which like how you're supposed to land it is like you land face down, essentially on your knees and elbows, protecting your opponent. Yeah, you're not putting all your weight on them.
Belly down in the middle, like belly to belly.
Yeah, and your opponent is helping you too. They're like putting their arms up to like kind of catch you a little bit and soften that blow. It looked like he nailed it. Both Spade brothers are laying on the mat, and and Ace is just kind of going like, "We fucking nailed it, big bro! Like, what an awesome move! The crowd's going nuts."
Who?
Ace. Ace is saying.
No, who?
Oh, fuck. The condemned.
The condemned.
My bad. The condemned. Yeah. Condemned is feeling great. He's like, we nailed it. Like I love you. Let's fucking close this match out. Like go ahead and get up like at the count of 8 and do the finish. And Jack's saying like, no. You got to get up. Like I'm not getting up. You get up.
No, brother, you get up.
Yeah. And so eventually, condemned Ace follows his brother's lead and says, okay, well, I'll get up, which is again against what they were supposed to do and is, ruining the whole, agreement with the other company and, gonna open up potential lawsuits, et cetera, et cetera. But in the moment it feels good because it's, hey, the Spade brothers won. The Duffy company won. The crowd's going wild. They saw their hero win the match. Everybody's going nuts. But then at the very end of the episode, Jack is still laying in the ring and, Ace is celebrating and Jack's wife comes over to be like, hey, like, are you okay? Like, why aren't you getting up? And he says, I can't feel my legs.
Just Jesus Christ. It's a perfect shooting star press.
Yeah, it's a perfect shooting star press. And also just like, there's a lot of weird freak things that happen in wrestling that like people get hurt on stuff that looks like you wouldn't think that they could get hurt by that. But this still just didn't make like biomedical sense of like you landing on your elbows and knees.
It was like the equivalent, like the way he landed was essentially the equivalent that he did like a frog splash.
Yeah. It's just, you're just landing prone on your like elbows and knees. The things that you could potentially hurt there are like your face hits the mat or, just landing hard on your elbows and knees can hurt or,
Yeah, you could have broken an arm or broke a leg or something like that.
Yeah,
like
but
he could have done that for sure.
Like this is not something.
Not spinal.
It's not spinal that you could potentially hurt yourself that way.
I mean, not a doctor. Of course it could be spinal, I guess. But like that seems so far-fetched based on how perfect it looked.
Uh-huh. I wonder if maybe there was just something in the script. Maybe it was in the script that like he botched it actually. And then when they were filming it, it was just like, oh, well, it's hard to film a botch like that.
Probably pretty hard to film a botch shooting star press. Yeah.
Because it's very, like I was saying, it's very possible that you fuck up this flip, you don't rotate all the way over, and you land on your head.
Right. Well, it would have been hard to film a botch that and then sell it like everyone thinks he can still get up.
Yeah,
too, right?
yeah. Uh-huh.
So, I mean, whatever. It's really not even a big deal because it's like tragic and interesting. And maybe I didn't look up and when they found out they were canceled or whatever. And if this is like, because you could always say this is potentially what they decided they wanted to do.
Yeah.
I think season 3 hits and he can't walk or something and he's fighting, trying to like get back to it, but he's running the promotion or helping.
Yeah, that's a very interesting wrinkle for like where a potential season 3 goes is like, not only did he fuck everything up again,
yep.
But that like he can no longer wrestle. can no longer walk. Like, like now he's just got more. He's just added more problems beyond just like the like business problems that are going on.
Right.
I'm just trying to see if I could find when it was canceled, but I thought I had it. I don't though. Yeah. But I don't think they knew. I think that this was a
it was one of those they were gonna finish. They had an ending. They finished it, and they were gonna figure it out if they got more.
That's kind of my read.
I was still happy with the ending, even though I was like, I don't necessarily buy that part of it. Everything else, the last 36 and a half minutes, fucking tip top.
Yeah,
really good. Don't really care about what his dad did about the IRS or whatever, however his dad messed the thing up. I don't, based on what we've seen, but the story that like they do such a good job in the first episode and this last episode of storytelling through the wrestling matches and not making it just the wrestling storyline, but they're pushing the actual the characters' storylines in their real lives through all of this. That I think is great.
Yeah.
It helps that I like wrestling, obviously, but I think it's great.
Yeah. There's certain things like this where they use, whether it's a show about a sport or wrestling or a business or something. But the shows that really work for me are when those things are just like, it's just setting, it's just plot mechanisms.
Yep.
But like the real things are the characters and their motivations, and the wrestling or whatever it is in the show are just ways to show the characters working through things, and it's not really about the wrestling in particular.
Right.
It's kind of the way that like, Succession is, where it's like, yeah, it's all about, business and who's going to run this company, but it's really not about that at all.
But you like Succession because you're a really big fan of capitalism and big business.
Hell yeah, just really want to know what's going on with the Murdochs.
I just want to know. I just really want a show that centers around the Dow.
Yeah.
Should we see how we did?
Yeah.
All right. So my first prediction was tables.
Yes. There was a little table at first.
Yeah, and I was going to argue for it until we got the real table.
And then, we got a real wrestling table.
Maybe he loosened his spine when he did a elbow drop from like above the entrance onto his brother through a table.
Yeah, I would buy that.
Yeah. So I'm counting that for sure. Second one, and I said stipulation match for the belt.
There was one at some point.
They didn't finish it, but it started.
But
there was quote unquote a stipulation match, a last man standing match for the dystopian championship.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Number 3, Crystal wrestles now.
Yeah. Yeah, she does.
Definitely does. Number 4, I said they say WWE /wrestler reference. That did not happen.
No.
We did see AJ Lee.
Yeah.
But I didn't mean just like if she was as AJ Lee, I guess,
that would be different. But yeah, she was El Dorado.
I was happy to see her in there, but that's not what I was meant. But I will take my 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
I will definitely.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm happy. That's almost for surely the best I've ever done.
Yeah. I had that Ace is the DWL champion, and again, Ace nowhere to be seen. We had the Condemned, but I don't know.
I wonder if Ace is alive.
I think still. Ace Spade may have retired from wrestling.
Yeah, probably.
And then I have Jack as a face, which I think if he was a face, it was only for like a split second.
He came out. if anything, he was a face and turned immediately heel.
Yeah.
Did people cheer when he came out to help?
I'm not even sure. I feel like he's the kind of guy that, like, even if he is coming out while his brother's getting beat up, people are just like, but, like, whose side is he on, though?
I mean, he was categorically a heel.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. There's an old guy wrestling too long, which
yeah.
Wild Bill wrestled, and we didn't mention this, but, like, later after his match, he looked to be having a heart attack in the backstage area.
Yeah, that was definitely a season 3 thing. He would have been dead in season 3, episode 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm giving you that.
Okay.
Because he wrestled in that tag match, and I don't even think he was like in the ring really for like the footage, but I was like, why is he wrestling?
Yeah.
He shouldn't have been wrestling in season 1, and he wasn't.
I honestly, even though I had the prediction about there's an old guy wrestling too long, I did not expect Wild Bill to be wrestling.
No.
I thought there would just be another character.
Yeah, some other old man.
Yeah. Okay. And then my last one is that Ace gets pinned, which he didn't, and it wasn't even a match where there's pinning. So
no pins.
Yeah.
But 1
point.
All right. That's going to do it for this, Joe. Really quick.
Yeah.
WrestleMania week.
Hell yeah.
I got a couple questions for you before we head out.
I love it.
Listeners, this concludes the episode of First and Last. If you want, you can hit us up at FNL Podcast on the Gmail or on the Twitter. But really quick, Joe.
Yeah.
Io Sky versus Bayley, WWE Women's Champion.
Bayley.
Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch, World's Champion. World's Women's Champion.
I want to say Rhea, but that would mean that she's holding the belt for over a year, right? Because she won it at last Mania.
Dude, I think she retained last Mania.
Fuck. I don't think there's a reason for Becky to win, so just Rhea.
Okay, I agree. And I agree with Bayley as well.
Yeah.
Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso, Battle of the Bloodline.
Let's go Jey, I guess.
Main event?
That's another one where it doesn't really matter.
Is that main event, Jey?
Main event, Jey Uso, yeah.
LA Knight versus the absolutely ripped as shit now AJ Styles.
I think you give that to LA Knight. You give him a win.
Yeah. Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens United States Championship.
Logan Paul retains because why not? Like, you just let that guy roll with the belt.
Fuck that guy, but
it's
yeah,
more
right.
interesting than anything else happening.
That's probably true.
Not anything else happening, but anything else happening with the U.S. title.
That's fair. And then for you listeners who don't know or don't care, WrestleMania is 2 nights long.
Yeah.
And this night 1, Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes versus Rock and Roman Reigns. Stipulation is if the Rock and Roman win, the Bloodline, the Rock can make rules or whatever because he's in charge.
Yeah.
And if Cody and Seth win, Cody can fight Roman Reigns in night 2 without interference.
Rock pins Cody.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know about that, but Cody definitely loses.
Yeah.
Seth versus Drew McIntyre, WWE World Championship night 2
with CM Punk on commentary.
Yep.
Seth loses.
To Drew?
Yeah, Drew wins.
All right. And then finally, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship.
It's like an hour-long match, and Cody wins, including entrances.
Yeah. If Cody Rhodes does not win,
yeah,
I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Do we all cancel Netflix? Like, how do we?
Yeah. Starting December 31st, 2024, I cancel Netflix.
Yeah. How do we stop them from getting away with this? We cancel Netflix. We re-cancel heels.
Start Lucha Underground again. Cancel it.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. We did it. Have a safe WrestleMania weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week for more podcasts, I guess. All right. Goodbye.